Hi everybody, welcome to the Dave's World YouTube channel. So if you'd like to learn more about this Jetta that I've been working on for the last year, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel all about doing a K04 swap on a 1999 through 2005 Jetta. Now when this Jetta was first brought to me, it actually had a really bad smoking situation and it was underpowered. It was misfiring really bad and I told my friend I would help him work on it. I would help him figure out what was wrong, so we decided to do a better turbo because I felt the turbo might have been a problem. Once I got the original turbo out, it was clear that the turbo itself was the problem. You could see here with all of the play on the shaft for the old K03. Once I put that larger turbo on, I had problems with the exhaust bolts, so I have videos on the channel showing how to fix the bolts coming loose. We added an air-fuel ratio gauge because we had trouble finding a tuner and I didn't want to risk blowing the engine, so I at least wanted to watch the air-fuel ratios. I had to custom design an air intake system for the K04 because the K03 system didn't fit. I also show how to get the ECM out because if you're lucky enough to find a tuner, you have to be able to do this in order to get the ECM to them for the new turbo. We added some wheels. I had to clearance the brakes a little bit to get them to fit because nothing ever really fits right on a GLI. And then the final thing I'm doing is adding methanol injection to the car. This right here is a methanol controller and you can see the car is going rich. This was me testing it in the videos coming out. So if you want to learn more about the car, please check out that playlist. And now we're going to finish the installation of the methanol injection on this Jetta. Hi everyone, welcome to the Dave's World YouTube channel, your home for automotive mechanical entertainment. So if you're clicking on this video, it's probably because you watched the previous video. I prefer to take my time and finish cars slowly and make sure whatever I'm doing isn't going to have a problem, instead of just rushing to get a car done so I can just spit a video out for everybody. I'd rather take my time, make sure the stuff I show you looks good, make sure the video watches well, and make sure whatever I'm doing to the car is not going to be a problem for myself or the owner. This one in particular is not my car, so I'm taking a lot more time to finish this car than I normally would to any of my own cars because I don't want to give the car back to my friend and have it be a headache for him, which is why I'm going a little crazy making sure everything is perfect. I would much rather him be mad at me for taking too long than mad at me for being fast, but then constantly having problems with what I'm doing to the car. So, in the last episode, you guys saw that I made a custom bracket. I modified the battery tray to fit the methanol injection tank. Today what I'm going to be doing is I want to find a way to install the methanol injection pump. I want to figure out a safe location and a permanent way to mount it on the frame. That way it's out of the way and it can't accidentally get knocked off the car or hit maybe by a curb or something. So what we're going to be doing is let's get the car up in the air and let's figure out a good location for where the pump might be able to go. Okay, so basically right here is the bottom of our tank. I can see it. I could feel where the fitting is, which means our line can run right here, which is perfect. But I have to figure out how to put the injection pump in place. So let's grab the pump and let's see what kind of fittings or mounts we have. So the pump could be mounted basically up and down, but I was thinking that I don't like, whether I do it one way or the other, I don't like having the pump hang down at all. I would much rather see the pump maybe on the frame like this. That way it doesn't give it a chance to hit anything. And I was thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll make up a bracket and weld it right here, and then I could stick the pump right here. And which is perfect because the line can come down and the flow of the pump is this way, so it'll actually work perfect this way. I've seen other people mount them that way and I'm assuming it's okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I want to weld right here. Okay, the first thing I want to do is let me just clean up some of this frame. Okay, I cleaned up the frame a little bit, and I think what I can do is just cut two maybe 4 or 5-inch pieces of metal, and just welded one here and one here, and use that to mount the pump. And I can have the pump up out of the way and have the line come in and just feed the pump perfectly. I guess what I'll do is let me make the brackets based off the pump, and then I'll tack weld them in place, and we'll weld them up and paint everything, and then we'll mount the pump. Okay, luckily I had just what I needed in my bolt spin. What I want to do is I'm going to mount the pump to the brackets, and then I want to tack weld the brackets in place, and then take everything apart, finish welding, and then paint everything. Well, the camera died for this one, but I welded. There must have been water in the frame. It boiled, and when I looked up, I burnt my lip. So now my lip is killing me. But luckily, I put ice on it right away, and it doesn't look too bad. All right, the next thing I want to do is clean this up a little bit and paint it. I don't know if it's still hot. Okay, the brackets are painted. The pump's installed. The next thing I want to do is run a line from the tank down to the pump, and then we have to go from the pump and bring it up to the throttle body. All right, what I'm doing is I'm feeding all of this line down, and I want to start at the tank and then go down to the pump, and whatever I have left can go over to the intake manifold now. You know what? I'm not going to make this permanently tight because I'm going to have to pull the tank out to put in the low fluid switch. So for right now, I'm just going to leave it here in place. Okay, back under the car. What I want to do is cut this line to length. I'm gonna leave it disconnected, but I pretty much know that that's exactly where it's gonna need to be, and it fits fine. What I really wanna do is figure out how to run this up to the throttle body. I think I'm simply just gonna go along the front of the radiator. I'm gonna mount it along the lower shroud and then up the other frame rail. Okay, luckily I have some wire loom that's the perfect size. And I'm just putting this around it to give it a little extra protection, especially near the radiator because some things could get pretty hot. Even though methanol is cold, it's still flammable. Okay, this is just flimsy plastic. There's really nothing this is for except for housing the radiator. I'm just gonna drill a few little holes to keep the line in place. Good. Okay, so this is one of the injectors. I believe this is a 4. I want to start with a smaller one because the larger injector, the more methanol it actually puts out. What I'm going to do now is I want to install these fittings into this 90. Let me go get a wrench. I'm going to put the check valve right here. I'm actually purposely giving some slack. Okay, we have our throttle body plate. We have the Snow Performance injector with a number 4 injector. Everything is mounted. Now, I left an extra loop in here just in case I have to cut the line and I need to move it closer to whatever part broke. I wanted some extra slack. The other thing I did was I put the check valve up here. Let's say there's a problem. I wanted my friend to be able to find things easily. Like, here's the injector, here's the check valve, there's the tank. The low level switch will be on the tank. The only thing he has to jack the car up for would be the pump. Everything else is up top. I wanted to make it easier for him. So if we have any issues, I could diagnose this thing by just opening the hood. So everything looks good. So far we have the tank mounted, the pump is mounted, the line going from the pump up to the injector. Everything from there, including the pump, is permanent. From the tank down to the pump is not. I'm saving that for when I put the low level switch. So once that's completed, all of this stuff will be permanent, and then we'll move on to wiring the gauge and the controller. I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone. My channel is more of a mechanical entertainment channel. I'm not looking to be an encyclopedia of repair work. The stuff I know how to do, I know from teaching myself. I am not a certified mechanic in any way, but if I do something that's helpful, great. If not, hopefully you just at least enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the build. I know the feedback I'm getting, everyone's pretty much loving this whole video series, which is why I keep making content. And I really appreciate all the support everyone gives me. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. That's when we wire on this controller.
And also work safe. You know, today I got hit with something I've never gotten hit with before. I had boiling water come out of a frame and it burned my lip. I look okay, but I actually have a bump on the inside of my mouth. Hopefully it doesn't get worse, but just work safe whenever you work. Thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you checking out Dave's World, and I appreciate everybody who likes and subscribes. And if you're new here and you want to follow me on my journey of building these cars, please subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy it too, and have a very nice day.